Anytime you're dealing with a relocation, it's always helpful if the agents are in contact. As we had done in previous videos, you're talking about like, should I buy contingent? Should I buy with a bridge loan? Things like that. Most of the time, your move when it has two different properties, and especially if it's in two different states, the complexity is still the same, right? It adds a layer of space and mileage in between. But if you're working on a property here in Minnesota, we sell that and we close in June, but your other property doesn't close until July or August in another state, just figuring out that interim living situation and figuring out the money. We had one recently where the small local bank they were working with out of state wasn't able to get the money here. So we ended up having to do something different and just get it, transferred to the title company a couple of days in advance because it wasn't going to work on the day of closing. So it's always good to just have your agent in your local area. So if you're, moving from Minnesota out of state, we have connections across the country and refer our clients all the time to other agents. And then it is a pretty seamless process because we can stay in contact with them a lot easier, especially if it's something that we've referred in the past. So if you have questions about relocating either into Minnesota, into the Twin Cities or Western Wisconsin, or you have questions about relocating out, right? We get it both ways. We deal with both sets, and relocation can be tricky, but typically we can make it as seamless as possible. And I think that starts with just a good plan. If you have time and in advance, it's always helpful if you can start a few months before you need to make that move.
Okay.
If you have questions regarding relocation, DM us. If you want to schedule a time, we can always do something on Google Meet or Zoom, 10 or 15 minutes, and just look at your situation and what would we advise you to do.